So let's understand the different aspects of the BJP's list. The good thing, which is of course, a lot of seats to women candidates, and the ugly side of it is to revoke the suspension of Raja Singh. Why has the BJP done that? Let's now discuss it. Dharam Guruva Reddy, senior leader of the BJP, is joining us, and also K.S. Prasad, who is a political analyst, is joining us on the debate. We will be waiting for others as well. So, first up, Mr. Guruva Reddy, a very warm welcome to you, and I just want to ask you that, like I said, I want to congratulate your party, for giving so many seats to women, the largest. I mean, both of them are standing at 7, you've given 12, am I right? I mean, that's the kind of figure that you have, 12 seats to women, and in the season of women's reservation bill, it's a very big win, I think, for women. Instead of other parties which only pay lip service, you've actually walked the talk, so many congratulations. But I want to ask you that what is the intent behind revoking the suspension of someone like T.Raja Singh, Mr. Reddy? I mean, that is the ugly side of the first seat, first announcement of the first list, as it were.
See, appreciate your compliments on recognizing that BJP is walking the talk. Of course, it's been a party of walking the talk always, and it's not just the maintaining the women reservation or women priority. We've not called reservation at the moment, but it's a women's priority. We've been doing that for the last 2 terms as well. This is the 3rd time that we are doing. And the number 12 out of the 52 that we announced is just a one part of it, because there are another approximately 60 plus seats are there. So probably another 10 to 15 women might get seats. They're pending in the pending seats. Apart from that, not only women, but look at the combination of the tickets allocated. You look at the number of BC backward class candidates, as well as the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe. We have been giving priority to 2 things. One is looking after taking care of the downtrodden and picking up the candidates from the downtrodden classes as well as backward classes, and then women lot. And then also looking for the people, candidates who can win the election simultaneously. So that is one part. Other part, we'll continue to do that. Other part is with regards to Raja Singh's, revoke of the suspension. It has actually been pending for the last few months, not just here. There was a technical evaluation by the disciplinary committee was pending. So there are many such other cases were pending. So I think they did it on right time, because he's an MLA candidate. He's been a sitting MLA in the party, and he's supposed to contest the elections, and then there cannot be any restrictions, because there were certain allegations. There was only the party asked for explanation of the allegations on him, and then temporarily suspended him till he explains them properly. So the disciplinary committee was satisfied with his explanation, and then they allowed him to come back to the party.
No, but Mr. Reddy, maybe it's your internal matter, but let me tell you, as a journalist, I have to do my job. He has been at it continuously. When a man repents, I mean, he's not subdued in his rhetoric against the minorities. He said the most objectionable things. And Mr. Reddy, I know you for one, I have debated with you for many years now. I mean, anything disparaging towards women is something that I don't think you will personally, particularly women. He's also spoken about burqa wearing women. He's spoken about how they give birth to more children. He's most disparaging kind of statements he has used. There are at least 8 or 9 charges. I mean, your disciplinary action is very strange, but obviously you feel that he may win, elections in Gosha Mahal. So that's why today's story is the good, the bad, and the ugly. After the famous movie, I'm sure you watched it. The good is the women, which is wonderful, and the ugly is Raja Singh. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, please go on, Mr.
I would not. I would, as a party representative, and as well as as a person, I know him, Raja Singh. He's a firm believer of his ideology and his platform, and that he's meant for that. And he's always been bold and outright. But I never seen him disparaging or discouraging or even degrading women at any point of time. Not even women-clad, burqa-clad women. Probably there was a misconception by the police who registered false cases on him. But there was no incident as that we know. Okay, number one. Number two, He's been a gentleman all thoroughly, and he's been a protector of women welfare. And he's well known in the Hyderabad old city around areas. And if there is any protection are required or any, EVTs, such kind of thing happens, people will think, I know these guys, the rowdies will think twice or thrice before even entering
Yeah, but I'm
that
not
area,
going to,
because
yeah,
Raja
sure,
is there.
I'm not going to endorse what Owaisi has said about him, has accused Narendra Modi of supporting fringe elements. I'm sorry, I mean, everyone has their own axe to grind, but I want them, I want my producer friends to play that bite of Raja Singh, because repentance nowhere. He's saying, I stand by what I say. Let's hear that bite and I'll come back.
जिन्होंने मुझ पर विश्वास करके कि हाँ, राजा सिंह ने जो कमेंट किया था उसमें कुछ भी गलत नहीं है, वो सभी चीजों को देखते हुए मेरा सस्पेंशन हटाया है सबसे पहले। और अभी मुझे पता चल रहा है कि अभी फर्स्ट लिस्ट बीजेपी की आई है और उसमें गोशामहल विधानसभा से ही मेरा नाम आया है, इसलिए मैं पार्टी को बहुत बहुत हृदय से धन्यवाद प्रकट करता हूं।
मिस्टर रेड्डी, वेयर इज द रिपेंटेंस कि जो उन्होंने मैंने कहा है उस पे मैं आई स्टैंड बाय इट। आई मीन, आई डोंट सी एनी रिपेंटेंस।
My request, can you play that clip that we are alleging and talking about what allegation is made? Do you have that clip? Would you be able to play that?
That must be the last one which happened last year about the revered Prophet Muhammad.
Do we have? No, I want
but
to see
whatever,
that.
I mean, he's not said, he's not read romantic poetry ever, sir. He's only been someone. He's been someone who's very, very I'll come back to you.
You cannot allege without proof. We just
come on.
Talking in the air.
Oh, come on.
The
it's not about. Okay,
cases.
anyway.
No,
I mean, you're from the party. Anyway, yeah, okay. He's like, he's all milk and honey. Roydin, Roach, political analyst.
No. I'm not
I'll
saying
come
that.
back to Mr. Reddy, please. I'll come back to you. Mr. Roydin Roach, who's a political analyst, has also joined us, and Mr. K.S. Prasad has been with us. Mr. K.S., I'll come to you. Mr. Roach in a bit. Mr. Prasad, you were with us before that. So first up, thank you for joining us on the show. What do you make of this list, sir? Like I said, I'm calling it the good, the bad, and the ugly. The good is, of course, women candidates, lots of women, but the ugly is, obviously Raja Singh, and I will tell you why. I am not gunning for Raja Singh. My point is, apparently, and we all know this, that the BJP decided after Karnataka that they really can do away with this entire Hindutva rhetoric which has been going on, and therefore one of the reasons, of course, that which the BJP will go blue in the face but never accept is to kind of ease Mr. Bandi Sanjay and give the reins to Kishan Reddy, so that he could bring about a kind of a more inclusive BJP, as it were, taking people along, as it were. So, keeping that in mind, I want your two comments. First is about generally your comment about what do you think about the entire list, sir, and also the revoking of Raja Singh's suspension.
Good evening, ma'am. Good evening to
Hello.
9 viewers and good evening to co-panelists. Ma'am, it's to be called as, you said it is good, bad and ugly, but it is worst as far as disciplinary committee of BJP is concerned. They didn't even bother what exactly has taken place. Instead of considering whatever has been, straight away lifted the suspension on Raja Singh and they announced the Goshamal ticket. It is to be called as helpless situation for the BJP. He is the one and only warrior who can able to win BJP in Telangana. He is a very, what do you call, reliable candidate for BJP and who can give a verdict in favor of BJP in Goshamal. Other than that, all are parachutes, and under the shade of Kishan Reddy, it is impossible to next. And the leadership and some sort of dimensions by Bandi Sanjay, what he has drawn lines for BJP, and all lines gone into Godavari. And now they smartly announced BC candidates for 20, SC, ST 14, and women candidate 12. We should appreciate, because there's a lack of candidates for BJP. They are in search of a lot of women really working hard in Telangana as far as BJP is concerned, because Hindutva Vada, most of the housewives and most of the doctors' fraternity, they have aligned with BJP and they're giving slogans for respect to BJP. That's why they chosen. It is an optionless situation to choose BJP candidates on women bank. And coming up, it will be more than 30 altogether candidates. And where this BC, Bandi Sanjay and Etela Rajender, the big clash which was happening in between, is nothing but giving more priority to the BC and Mudiraj community. Everybody knows it, and unfortunately, it is only 20. We are all anticipating more than 35 seats as far as BC candidates are concerned, and altogether it will be 50 plus. Because in entire Telangana, candidates of Mudiraj have not been announced. So, as far as TRS and Congress is on priority basis, they are giving some considerations to the Mudiraj fraternity, and they are about more than 29 lakhs plus. And the BJP is picking that, and they are giving a lot of priority. And particularly the TDP one, the Gyaneswar, who has happened to be the president, from the day one, he's trying his best to create a bridge between Telugu Desam and BJP, and he wants to align with BJP in the coming up elections. And somehow some things are goofed up, and some unfortunately Chandrababu Naidu is in prison, so they're not able to take this set of calls. Otherwise, they have decided to do all this sort of circus for Telangana. And they are running short of candidates, and they're anxiously waiting for people to join in it. And that is the only cause they have forced themselves as far as the existing MPs who are happen to contest as an MLAs. Is a lack of candidates. In the last previous elections, they have battled for 119, out of which 113 seats, they didn't even got deposits.
Right. Mr. Roach, I want to ask you that if you look at the larger picture, you know, the good news is that they have given women that's the only party so far which has given 12 seats to women, which is the good news, I think. Neither the Congress nor the BRS, the ruling BRS, have given so many seats to women. Although, you know, and what I find very surprising is that in Telangana, the percentage of male versus female is very minuscule. I mean, men are, I think, at 50.73, if I am not wrong, and the women are, you know, just 49.68 or something. So it's very minuscule. So that's good news. But, you know, when you look at also 20 odd seats to the BCs, you know, it looks like the BJP this time around is eyeing more 2024 and is not really concentrating that much on 2023, because BC is also clearly also, you know, putting the focus on Prime Minister Narendra Modi and also Etela Rajender, you know. So all this is just a message which is going across. So two things. One is that women candidates, it's a good news for BJP, do you think? And number two is that it's actually 2024 that they are eyeing. Mr. Roach.
Good evening to my fellow panelists. Good evening to you. Good evening to all the viewers of 9 TV. Well, see, looking at the women, number of women that what BJP has done and given is, on paper, by looking at it, it looks good. But what is the real fact behind it? Why have they included a lot of women? And why have they even spoke about BC candidates? See, in a very simple and short way it is, that the number of people who are there under the BJP banner are candidates who are not going to get the deposits back. So BJP is just trying its luck by trying to add in the women candidates and show that, okay, we support women, we support the BC, we do this. That's what they're trying to do. But I don't think that's going to work out, because it's very well evident and clear what we know the ground reality of this place is, that everyone over here, see what we are looking at, even the report says, even now the survey report, even what we conduct, says they are not going to get more than the max is 4 seats. Okay, so that's what they are looking at. And when they are going to lose, they know very well they are going to lose. And that's the reason why they have even given, okay, like even Ms. Rani Dharam Guruva Reddy, who's on the thing, Sisila, she could have been given a better place, which she belongs to. He doesn't belong to Sisila. And they're trying to file against KTR. KTR is somewhere far ahead of her. They know she's a losing candidate. Why to even spoil her even reputation? So there's no sense in that. So, you know, BJP is only trying to play around. They don't know what's happening. They don't know who to put where. They have local candidates. They're putting the local candidates in the place. They're putting the non-locals just to please somebody. It doesn't work out that way. Politics is something different. You have to analyze both ways. You have to analyze the person's locale, where he stays, from which locality he comes from, one. And the other aspect is even his popularity and financial strength. No, you can't put each and everyone somewhere and just tell them that to contest an election, just for the sake of saying that, okay, we are going to do it. Because BJP very well knows that they will not even get 4 to 6 seats the max. That's what they're looking at. So why are they playing around with people's life and career?
That's what I asked you, Mr. Roach, that is it that are they focusing more on 2024, sir? Maybe they are preparing the ground now so that, you know, for 2024 they are ripe. You know, the ideas can pickle.
No, 2024 not very far away. We are talking about hardly over 6 to 7 months.
All right.
The max 6 to 7 months. So I don't think it's possible at all. If you want to play a game of this, you should have done it long ago in 2021. You should start it and even start the implanting of it in 2022.
Yeah, but then the BJP is known. The BJP is known as a party which can turn the tide at the last minute. Maybe, you know, people vote differently in assembly elections. That's what people say. And Lok Sabha, there is always
not in Telangana. Not in Telangana. Not in the south. In the south, it's a different ballgame completely. You are talking about the north. Yes, we agree that BJP can turn around table, but in the south, there's no way. South, the people's frame of mind, the thought process is completely different. You know, you can't have it the same as you have in the north.
Absolutely. I was just trying to provoke you because I'm a South Indian and I do a show called The South Indian. We saw what happened in Karnataka. We saw what happened, what will happen in Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Telangana, AP. I do not know.
The present wave in the south is different. The present wave in the south is different. We have seen Karnataka.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
Even Telangana may be surprising.
Yeah, so let me go back. Yeah, so Mr. Reddy, I want to ask you, first of all, would you like to respond to what the co-panelist said just now? Can I, if you want to, sir? Yeah, please go ahead, Mr. Reddy.
First response to Mr. Prasad's comments on that we do not have enough candidates and all, and we're trying to align with other parties. I would like to reiterate and remind you that recently we've accepted applications from aspirants. There are 6,000 applications received from across Telangana state, and on an average, look at 119 seats, getting 6,000 applications. You're talking about 40 to 50 candidates from each constituency applied. They want to contest. You cannot say that there is a recognized leader who want to contest or who will win. There is no assurance or certainty that just because you know a profile, a known profile, he will win the election. It is all about how BJP works. We filter Karyakartas from the ground level and we develop them. That's what Narendra Modi is all about. Okay, now that's the answer for Mr. D.S. Prasad. And regarding trying to bring in parachutes or trying to align with other parties, it is a strategy, political strategy for certain regional advantages. Any political party would do. That is not yet finalized, but is under the discussion. Now coming back to Mr. Roach, talking about why candidates been placed in different places and all. It's a strategy, where some seats what is your strength. Some seats you don't know what is your strength. But now we are contesting against KCR. We brought in Etela Rajender, where there is a challenge. And definitely we are sure that because I've personally worked in Gajwal area in last 4 years, I know what is the public pulse. We are sure we will win Gajwal seat and we will defeat KCR in the seat. And that impact actually flow around, that ripple effect will be around in Tubak, in Sirsilla, Siddipet, and even up to, we'll go to even Kamakati, because, people are watching whether we are fighting with TRS or not. There was allegation recently that, TRS and, BJP was a B team, A team and all. Now, where is your B team, A team
That's
question
what I
now?
wanted to
now
ask you. You've taken
You are fighting it on with the CM and
Mr.
are you
Reddy,
satisfied or not?
Mr. Reddy, that's what I wanted to ask you. The accusation of being A team and B team. Do you think Etela Rajender, we know that Etela Rajender is a success story in Huzurabad, but talking about Gajwel, you say you've been working in Gajwel, Siddipet. I do not know, sir. I mean, you people are from Telangana, you will know about Siddipet, but the point is that is it to counter the perception that this B team, because there is also, I mean, there are lots of write-ups about in case of Hung Parliament, what happens, the BJP will go with BR. I mean, all kinds of permutations. And so, is it that, what is the reason for Mr. Etela Rajender, who's an extremely busy leader, who's had his hands full, also as head of the election committee, for him to stand in two constituencies like Gajwel and Huzurabad, sir?
See, as I say, let me put it this way. It is not the party which has asked Etela Rajender. There was a discussion and he agreed he will contest. Otherwise, number of other leaders were there, like Rajgopal Reddy was willing, I was willing, and even we even thought of fielding a couple of other famous leaders like Raghunandan Rao or maybe Konda Vishweshwar Reddy. There are people, there are leaders, enough leaders who can go and contest and fight against KCR. but it is decided by the party that Etela Rajender will be a better bet than anybody else because he's got affinity and he worked in Telangana movement, and there are a lot of, I worked personally with a lot of leaders, most of the TRS party is going to now divide, and most of them are going to join BJP in next 1 week to 10 days time, and a lot of paradigm is shifting. The people's public perception is shifting towards BJP, and that collateral effect is around in all the other constituencies. Even you would say surprise in Siddipet as well very soon, because I'm telling you, is not because you have a best card, you play the best card, that is what we are doing. And placing Rani Rudrama
Okay,
against
fine. I've
KTR,
given you,
I would say,
yeah. But why Raja Singh? I'll keep coming back. Why Raja Singh? When isn't it true that when you relieved Mr. Bandi Sanjay, because Bandi Sanjay was doing Bhagya Lakshmi temple, this temple, Nizam ki aulad, all that we heard, of course he could hit the ground running. They said that he revived the BJP, but it was very clear that when he was replaced, or rather he was relieved, and Kishan Reddy was brought in to kind of tone down the Hindutva rhetoric. But what happened just now by giving, sir, just a minute, sir, let me finish. By giving it to Raja Singh, you are going back to that Hindutva rhetoric, no? Where there is absolutely, there is the kind of language, the kind of thought process there is, it goes against the very fabric of what Telangana stands for.
No. I would say, fabric of Telangana starts, you've seen the Bhagya Lakshmi temple where Bandi Sanjay started his first yatra, where the Charmar is there, famous. Hindutva is the forte of the Telangana culture here, Batkama festival, we celebrate Dasara, Sankranti, Ganesh festivals, we do all, because Hyderabad and Telangana, Hyderabad region most perfectly is a cosmopolitan area where Hindutva is, a gallant, But, coming back to appointment of Kishan Reddy ji, prior to Raja Singh coming into limelight, prior to Bandi Sanjay even becoming a big leader, prior to any other Hindutva leader talking about, it was only Kishan Reddy, and Kishan Reddy was fighting in favor of Hindutva and against, Hindu-Muslim issues there. And he was the only leader and youngster in Telangana region and representing Hindutva as well as representing Bharatiya Janata Party on behalf of Hindutva and Hindustan, against atrocities of a lot of old city, issues, lot of you've seen bombings go around and firing, and many atrocities used to happen.
What is this? Why are you stereotyping? What is this stereotyping of a community? This is what is, it is stereotyping. Let the police do their job. No. You are a politician. Your party is a political
police,
party.
What kind of police
No, I'm sorry. That is no. It's not your job, Mr. Prasad. Don't you think this is typical stereotyping? What kind of I will not allow that on my show. Stereotyping a community is against the constitution of this country. Mr. Prasad, I want to ask you something. And you see, the thing is, I again say, it's very. You said that they are giving 12 seats to women, which I think is laudable, whatever may their reason. Why doesn't KCR Garu find that reason to give women, or the Congress party? Look at what the Congress has done. People like Ponnala Lakshmanayya have all left the party. Senior people, 45 years in Congress party, has gone and joined the BRS. Why? Because there has been insult, he says. They have been discriminating. Kalimuddin Saab, he's also left the Congress. He's been suspended. What about Kuruva Vijay Kumar? He's been suspended. They all say, forget about anyone. There is no one in the Congress party to even talk to us. So that way, the BJP has done a good job by giving women the 12 seats. It is a very encouraging thing. Also, they are very smart in giving BCs 20 seats, because 20 seats, BCs form almost what, 50 to 60%? I do not know, more than that I think right now. But I want to ask you, by bringing Raja Singh, do you think this entire Hindutva rhetoric that the BJP thinks it can win because Bandi Sanjay, kind of rejuvenated the party, is it even going to work for them, sir? Don't you think it's a blot on them, Mr. Prasad?
Absolutely, you're correct, ma'am. Actually, the thing that they are here to disturb the harmony of Hyderabad. And we are living in very peace zone, and you know pretty well about South zone and first of all Andhra Pradesh and Telangana right now. The people who are doing all sort of this circus and ruckus and is being punished by the respective police in several times, and several issues has been suppressed. And all of a sudden these people wants to bring these things into limelight. We are the territory of Musi River. There are 7 seats are always pakka for MIM party. And with the help of MIM party, always Kishan Reddy used to win as far as his constituency is concerned. Now they are properly aligned with BRS in state territory, so there is no chance and there is no option for Kishan Reddy. That's why he lost his battle. Again, he has contested as an MP and luckily he has won the battle. It is not because of MIM, BJP, Kishan Reddy is surviving. He is surviving with MIM. He knows pretty well, but the act is being put in right manner as long as Kishan Reddy was there. But all of a sudden, the overaction has been kept because of Bandi Sanjay, and the overaction part 3 has been continued by Raja Singh always. He only believes Hinduism and he only do Hanuman Jayanti and all. And with that, he gathers people and he provokes Hindus and he makes to vote against MIM and he always wins. Goshamal battle is concerned. That's why they brought Raja Singh into the limelight again, and they're giving all sort of considerations to face the elections in Goshamal. Otherwise, if instead of Raja Singh, if somebody takes part in these elections, it is impossible to next for BJP. And Mr. Other gentleman has said very clearly there is a probabilities for 4 seats.
Yeah.
But in my readings, and if I've been going around all the Telangana, if they win bare minimum of 2 to 3 seats, and the warrior, Mr. Etela Rajender, is unnecessarily contesting against KCR, which he faces a huge loss. And in Huzurabad, if he face 100% attention, because he's win the hearts of Huzurabad, he's been there for several years.
So So wait a minute, Mr. Prasad. So Huzurabad he will win. You're talking about Gajwel.
No, that is Gajwal is impossible to next. There are 3 seats, ma'am.
Yeah.
Whatever the war will take place, Mr. Raish Rao, Mr. KTR, Mr. KCR, these 3 people, nobody in the Telangana can face them, and they can't even have an election. They're only Etela Rajender can battle for his deposits. Other than that, nothing else will take place. It's only a circus game. That's it.
Right. Mr. Roach, I want to ask you, what about Dharmapuri Arvind? You know, if you remember, Mr. Roach, that he's someone who actually vanquished Kavita Garu. You know, that is the memory that people have. Of course, the turmeric farmers, the embarrassing thing where he said, oh, I will resign, I will sign on a stamp paper, nothing happened. But now Mr. Modi has come and also announced a turmeric board. So it is almost like the BJP has done what the other parties could not do. What do you think about his candidature? Do you think it's overhyped, or do you think that this time around he will have to face a defeat? Unmute yourself.
It's very clear what we look at is what he has made a challenge, and he has given a writing on a bond paper about the turmeric board.
Yeah.
The turmeric board is in place. Okay, fine. But until and unless it comes to ground reality and what are they going to get is another big question. Because we know very well it's everything is a political game and a gimmick around, playing around with people, and the people of the Telangana are being fooled. We have seen what they have spoken about Telangana. We've seen what they said about the railway coach factory. What are they haven't fulfilled anything. It's only a political gimmick which is being done. And even I'll tell you, Mr. Arvind has a loud mouth, okay, but he should understand people will not accept it anymore. Okay, you're talking about a lady, a woman, that's Miss Kavita. Okay, we all know her. Okay, she may be the chief minister's daughter, but end of the day, the women's sentiment is something different. You know, it plays a lot. So he has to tone down himself whenever he talks the language which he uses, which is really abusive against women. It may be against Miss Kavita, but end of the day, she's a woman. I may like her, I may not like her, doesn't matter. Okay, but end of the day, she's a woman, you have to be very careful when you talk about it. So I think Arvind's chapter is closed. And one more thing, when we my other panelists who are mentioning here about Mr. Etela Rajender trying to contest against Honorable Chief Minister KCR, let me tell you a couple of things. BJP is trying to fool Etela Rajender. He's being fooled, let me tell you. He's being fooled by trying to hang the carrot in front of him and make him walk. Okay, that's the only thing what they're trying to do with him. There's no way, I don't know why is it even Mr. Etela is accepting to go and even contest an election.
And therefore I'm asking, I ask.
No, even I will tell you about Huzurabad. Please, let me come back to it. Let me come back. Huzurabad is not going to be a cakewalk for him. And it's very hard for him to even contest and win in the election under BJP banner. I'll tell you, the last time Mr. Etela Rajender won is because of the sympathy that was created.
I'm running out of time, so
the sympathy hype. No, 1 minute. This is a sympathy hype which is there, and it was a by-election. So there's a major difference. Even same thing with Mr. Raghunandan Rao, which is happening. He's a good leader, Mr. Raghunandan Rao. But end of the day, even in Dubaka, I think he's going to face a backlash over there. So let me tell you, and the other aspect of it, the minority votes matter a lot in this state, because most of the
And
minority
therefore, I
votes are
said
swing
about
votes.
Raja Singh, the minority vote matters a
Even
lot.
Raja Singh, it is Raja Singh, the BJP has done a biggest blunder for themselves.
Mr. Reddy, before
What do you talk about discipline?
I'm sorry,
There's
Mr.
no
Roach, I'm
discipline in
running
the
out of
party.
time and I'll be called undemocratic if I don't go to Mr. Reddy. Mr. Reddy, Mr. Roach says that, and also Mr. Prasad said in so many words, Raja Singh is a blunder. Do you think you're going to regret it? Are you already regretting it before even the elections?
No, you need to give me 1 full minute.
Yes,
Number
I
one,
will.
I need to answer one by one. Number
Sure.
one, no, please don't waste my seconds, please. See, number one, we are going to win 60 plus seats. You write it down, we'll talk in the next debate, I'll explain you how. Number two, talking about Arvind, he has already brought in what we spoken about, the turmeric board and so many other things we already discussed. There are promises delivered in Nizamabad area, and not just talking about mouth talk, we are talking about deliverables. Number three, talking about Etela Rajender sacrifice, you're talking about, no, it is a well thought process, and party knows and Etela himself knows, and we're going to win against KCR. Probably my friends won't accept today. We'll talk on the result day, okay? We'll see the result. And next, talking about Raja Singh, and the one more question I also answer about Kishan Reddy also. Raja Singh has been an icon of Hindutva, yes, we agree. And there was a disciplinary action going on, and it was pursued, and it was regretted that the time was wasted. Now we've decided to give him chance back. He's contesting. Number three, if there is any allegations that are proven, let the public decide. Let them not vote him. Public will vote him, and we'll know.
All that is fine, Mr. Reddy. You did very well, but the point is that I'm sorry, I've completely run out of time, but I think Raja Singh is a big blunder. I'm going to stick my neck out. The good is about the women, the votes that you've given to the women. That is the good, and also the number of seats that you have given to the BC community. But Raja Singh is a big blunder. And about Etela Rajender, well, you're punting on him. Huzurabad was a by-election, but then the point is that the BJP is not even trying to focus on 2023. Kahin pe nigahein, kahin pe nishana. You've heard that Hindi song? They are fighting 2023, but nishane par hai 2024. The South Indian is saying it, and saying it in Hindi. Thank you so much to all the guests who joined us. Roydin, Roach, thank you, Mr. Prasad, and also Mr. Reddy. Thank you very much for joining us on this debate. Thank you indeed.